Halo mwasiba muta abari kutureba orya program yitu ibakweta Rutooma Digest channel egi erya YouTube kandi erizooba twatayiraho church yitu ya Rutooma Parish mukureba hariya ei bariyo nibombeka egi eshaaha nimwe abari kugyombeka of course kandi nayenda ngu ngibasyeho mugirebe murebe ahu twahika then kyaba nikibasika nituza kuramusyaho n'abantu abakuvunanyizibwa aha kintu ky'okugyombeka. Welcome, my name is Arnold and right now you are watching Rutooma Digest channel on YouTube where we bring you things that concern Rutooma Parish and the lifestyle of people of Rutooma in general, and also things that concern our country, Uganda, beautiful as it is. Now today is the 1st of October 2022 and I'm here at in Rukungiri at our parish which we are building. As you can see, we have already roofed. The roofing is almost complete and we are hoping that we can speak to some of the people who are responsible for this work from when it was started some few years ago up to now, where we have reached the roofing stage. I'm sure we shall get some interesting information. Maybe we can say what are the challenges that these people are facing, and hopefully we can get to understand how far have we gone, what is remaining, how far is the project, and can they tell us when do they think that it will be complete. Of course, those are questions that we are going to ask people responsible. I'm hoping we can speak to Barnabas, who is in charge of, I think he's in charge of the finance, and then Mr. Michael Tuyachira, who is in charge of the construction, and hopefully even the parish priest. It is a Saturday. I have no appointment with the parish priest, but I'm hoping that maybe we can get a chance and speak to him. But also, we have Mr. Tuyachira Anakret, who is in charge of the construction committee in Kampala. So we shall also speak to him. Stay tuned and please, I hope you can enjoy. Otherwise, we are going to go through the church and we see, we make a recording of the project and see, so that you can see for yourself where your money has been going. Some of you are staying in Kampala, you've been sending money, friends, your friends have been sending money, there's been some fundraisings, Thanksgiving. The other day, during the Thanksgiving, I think about 50 million was collected. So, let's go in. Please stay tuned. Thank you. So the church as it is, you can see that it is really a beautiful construction, and the progress is good. The progress is good compared to what we had. We had some challenges, I think, because of COVID, but otherwise all is well. All is going on well right now. Wow. The size is perfect compared to what we had before. Oh. This is the side view. As you can see, it's really up there. It's almost a basilica size. Wow. This is beautiful. I think about the roofing, the part that has extensions coming out haven't really been roofed yet, but over there up, the roofing is perfect. All right. Let's go inside and see what's going on. So as you can imagine, we still have so much. We need to collect more money. Wow.
Because soon, of course, we'll be removing these. No, we are going to remove these other remove them, then the remaining. As currently, that is where we are asking. Because I was telling you, even now.
And I'm a host today. Today is a good day because I have finally found the engineer who is in charge of this whole project. As you can imagine, we have been constructing this church for a very long time, and today we are privileged to talk to the engineer who is in charge. Please tell us your name.
I'm Hanj Chris, a professional roofer and a structure engineer. So we have been doing this project and we are really moving towards the end of it. Of course, there have been people complaining that we have delayed, and but we have tried to work hard, and we think that as professionals we would not want to rush something because people are talking, but of course we wanted to do the right thing.
Yes.
That's why we took that time, and we think that the results are good. We have no problems with the structure.
Now, one of the things that have disturbed people, which has disturbed so many people, is initially when they gave us the plan of this church, we had the structure was different. The artistic impression was very different. It had some, I think, elongated structure, which we shall eventually show the people. But of course, most of them know it. But eventually, the structure was changed. It's like the plan was changed. Some of the extensions were removed, and now we have something like a huge dome sort of structure. What prompted you, and who was who is responsible for having changed that structure?
No, of course, when I came, I think that now that's a very good question, because when I came, I found when they had built from the ground, and it was on the other beam. You can see there are 3 beams.
Yes, it looks like actually it looks as if it is a storied.
So they were on the other beam. So, but I think, according to me, because I also looked at the other impressions we are talking about.
You know that it is different now.
I know, because initially they had pillars inside, and they had even some windows, something would pass in the roof, in the main roof. But of course, the church was small.
Inside?
Inside, but also the size. But when they expanded it, of course, it was hard now to. But I think mostly the biggest reason was they did not want the pillars inside. And when you don't want pillars inside, it means you have to do a suspended structure. But
yes.
also, on the other hand, is that they also increased the size.
Yes.
For example, you can see like this small roof here. Now, for this roof, initially on a drawing it shows it has to be down and the other one has to be up. Now, to do that means you have to build those walls to be very tall.
Yes.
Of course, these people, they didn't have resources to do all that. So, so I can say that whatever you are seeing here was done through setting. And also because the original plan was a bit smaller, and they made it bigger. But also they did not want the columns inside.
So what we benefited was that now the church is bigger in terms of size, and also there are no columns inside the
Yes. Because we have also been at some projects like in Nyarshanje, they have columns inside the church.
What is the problem of having columns inside?
Sometimes people complain. You see, when you put columns inside,
They distract
they
the view.
the view, but also they create. You don't have this precious space inside. So I would advise that I would not like the structure with the columns inside.
Would you say this is a new modern way of building churches, or
yes, this would
it is a preferable thing that you just...
No, this is a modern way because you have enough space. I think the only problem with this way is that roofing would become complicated. You require special engineering to be able to do a long span structure. But apart from that, because we would also, in fact, we would do, for example, having a bigger tower on top of the structure would be okay. But now you are adding a lot of weight there. Now, meaning that if you want that weight to be added, now you need stronger metals like I-beams. You would do whatever, you would use I-beams, and I-beams are very, very expensive. So what we did here is we found that these people didn't want columns inside, and then we had to do a suspended structure, but we also don't have the luxury of doing a bigger tower to be able to have the first impression of what was on the drawing at least. Yes.
And what is holding the roof? Are they aluminium or it is wooden roof?
No.
What is holding the iron sheets?
So what we did here, initially when I came, these people had looked at other roofs like Christ the King in town. Those people used only metals. And I told them using metals on your structure is not going to be good. Why? Because their wall is 9-inch, and the other wall is 40-inch, meaning that the other wall can carry more weight than this one. But also looking at a metal structure only would be too expensive. So we decided to use metal and timber. So now currently our structure has trusses, the main trusses and secondary trusses, all of them are made out of metal, steel. And then the common rafters and the buttons.
You can by buttons and
by buttons. I think buttons
you
are
mean
the pieces where
they're talking about the metals that go across, right?
No, the buttons are the metals where the pieces where the iron sheets are sitting. So those people who use these metals only, they cannot nail now. They have to screw. It means that if you do a metal structure, you will have to, everything changes now. You can use a lot of power because you now have to use special tools. You are not using conventional tools.
Electricity.
So meaning that a metal structure is too expensive in terms of labor, materials. Even the structure has to be very, very strong to be able to carry that weight. So according to the structure we found, we advise that we should go with main trusses, which are metal, steel,
supported by timber.
Then on top we can put timber to be able to use iron sheets, and then we nail.
Okay. So compared to other churches, just briefly, compared to other churches, how would you rate our church? Is it in terms of beauty, in terms of ambition? Would you say we have a beautiful church compared to others? Do we have a bigger church compared to others? How does it compare to other churches that you have seen?
Of course, I have seen many churches in town, whatever. But looking at what we have done, of course, when I'm looking at those other churches and the problems they had, because like there's somebody who came and said, but Chris, most of the churches are leaking. What about yours? I'm like, of course,
they're leaking after construction.
Yes, after roofing, they start leaking. So we are really working hard to make sure that we do not have that problem. But also we looking at how we have like done most of our finishing on top. we have used iron sheets, but we have tried to also modify them to look much better. So even we think that the way we have done our structure is improved way of workmanship, which you cannot find in fact,
most
even if
church.
even if people from Kampala comes, they have seen good buildings there, but this one is also much better because we have tried to improve the workmanship mostly, because the workmanship has not been good, most especially in roofing. So really I'm happy that we have done a change. Anyone who knows roofing, when they look at the roof that we have done,
is impressed.
It is good.
So now the other thing is, we are looking around here. If you can just show us the other side also, we are not seeing any. Okay, we are not seeing any work going on
right now.
And because we have to go.
No, right now is because today is Saturday.
There's no work.
We worked in the morning, but then we stopped. Also, recently we have been doing iron sheet now, but currently we are working on the tower, and the tower requires electricity.
We don't
have electricity. Sometimes when electricity comes, we work. When it goes, we stop. Now, other people have been asking why you're not finishing, but of course we have had a problem with power. But also because the generator we have been using, some person had given it to us from Nyashibara, and they took it because it has been here for longer. So I think we have had those problems that have been disturbing us, like power. So yeah, that's really what I can say.
Okay. Thank you very much. You said the name is?
I'm Ange Chris.
And what is your company that
I work with Depo Uganda. Okay, for me, generally, I do roofing. So like where I'm stationed currently, I'm stationed at Tyrex. We are in Tinda, opposite St. Roof Church.
Okay.
So that's where my office is.
But you also do other constructions of other normal buildings, or you remain a major in churches?
No, I do. I do churches, but I also do other buildings mostly because churches are not so common. But of course, churches are very complicated because
they need a lot of.
You need a lot of space inside. So they have longer spans. So we think that it is very hard to do a church than a house.
Okay, thank you very much. It was nice seeing you, and we hope to catch you next time. So that do you have any? Would you know what time you have before you finish this construction, or it is only the factors that determine whether you finish?
Currently, we had given the clients that the time frame of when we are going to finish, but looking at like the power going, the rain, whatever, we think we can push some little time ahead. But still like also, we can push some little time ahead, but we are looking at finishing because we want the other people who are going to do finishing to come in. And
so you think by next year it will be through? Because now we are in October.
Currently, we think that because their aim is to use it on Christmas, and we think by Christmas, people will be able to enter inside.
Thank you very much. So you people, you heard, if you are wherever you are, by Christmas, the engineer has said it, the church will be ready for you. Come for Christmas Mass, and you'll definitely use your church. At least roofing will be done, according to Chris. All right, thank you very much, and catch you next time. This has been Arnold, and this is the Rutooma Digest channel on YouTube. If you're watching it, please subscribe so that we can bring you more information about your church and your parish. Thank you very much.